candy globe, a wafer desk, and a chocolate blackboard? Watch our video to find out how to create a mini candy school world. This regular class in Troom School is interrupted by some mysterious smoke. What's going on? Did we get another dragon student? No, it's just the intern, Miss Felicity Bubble. She got kicked out of chemistry class, and now she's asking to stay in Miss Smith's class instead. Fine, just don't burn your desk down. Felicity brought the whole lab with her. She accidentally spilled some chemical reagent onto a school supply cup, and it instantly turned tiny, along with the pencils. Make a pencil cup out of colored fondant. Cut the center out. Deepen it with your fingers. Cut up long, chewy candies. Remove the center and slice the outer part into thin strips. Put the cut candies into the cup, just like colored pencils. The poor blue-eyed girl ended up the victim of science experiments. It smells like candy. Can I really eat it? Blue Eyes and Felicity try the sweet cup. Mmm, how yummy! Felicity feels right at home, but the blue-eyed girl is complaining that all her scientific equipment is taking over the desk. Miss Smith asks the intern to stop her chemical misbehaving. Okay, I'll tidy up. But she'll get her revenge on this tattletale. I'll show her what happens when you interfere with scientific progress. The chemist will improve her deskmate's pencil case. Roll out a marshmallow. Cut out a rectangle. Mix some food colorings and draw thin lines like on a pencil case. Draw a long pink zipper in the middle of the long edge. Felicity drips on some shrinking solution. The pencil case immediately shrinks down to the size of an eraser. Don't bother looking for your pens. They are sugar molecules now. Eat your own invention, Miss Bubble. It's not bad. The marshmallow was a great touch. Felicity's experiments continue. She needs a fragment of a shelf. She's working on her formula, but then her neighbor shoves her elbow. Now Felicity has a mini version of this shelf, complete with notebooks. Remove the upper layer of a wafer. Divide it into 6 equal parts. Use melted chocolate to connect the wafers into a hexagon. Put the wafer construction onto parchment paper and fill it with melted white chocolate. Spread it out with a toothpick so the chocolate will fuse with the wafer. Chill it. Use different food colorings to color white fondant and make rectangular mini notebooks. Put the fondant notebooks onto the chilled shelf. A side effect of this chemical reaction is that the shelf turned into a chocolate wafer. And these notebooks taste like fondant. Our experiment concludes that a mini shelf is much more useful than a real one. Miss Smith is bored. There's nothing new in this world for her. But these chemistry experiments reinvigorated her. She decided to borrow a few things from the lab intern. All right, let's get chemical. The first victim of my experiments will be this globe. Poke a toothpick into a chocolate candy ball and dip it in melted white chocolate. Chill it. Make pieces of a stand out of black fondant. Use edible glue to stick them together. Cut a groove in the chilled chocolate ball and attach it to the stand. Draw the continents and oceans with food coloring. and secure the last piece of the stand with edible glue. With just one drop, Miss Smith made the whole world tiny. This globe is so small and smells like real chocolate. Let's taste these continents. Miss Smith can eat the whole world in 2 bites. This formula is amazing. Miss Smith is unstoppable. She wants to make her notebook smaller, but accidentally spills the chemical formula on her blazer. It immediately becomes size super extra small. Pour 1/3 of a cup of powdered sugar into a cup of flour. Put in 3½ tablespoons of vegetable oil. Add 1 egg white and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Mix dough. Roll it out in a thick layer on a floured surface. Cut out the shape of a blazer. Bake it for 10 minutes at 320 degrees. Squeeze lemon juice into powdered sugar. Add a drop of food coloring and mix a glaze. Fill a Ziploc bag and decorate the baked blazer. Make details with a white glaze. Chemistry turned Miss Smith's blazer into a cookie. Let's try a sleeve. Check out this sugary stitching. But what will she wear now? Luckily, Miss Smith has a different blazer for every day of the week. An experienced teacher is ready for any experiment. Miss Smith calls the blue-eyed girl to the desk, but the student decided to game the system. She brings her neighbor's minifying spray with her. 1 spritz onto the blackboard and it's useless. Attach a strip of double-sided tape to a piece of tinfoil and cover wooden coffee stirrers with foil. Hot glue a stand for a blackboard out of the stirrers. Add green and black food coloring to melted white chocolate. Mix and pour it onto parchment paper in an even layer. Once the chocolate cools a little but is still soft, cut out a rectangle. Refrigerate it for 10 minutes until fully set. Write on the board with white food coloring. Put the board onto its stand. I don't want to upset you, Miss Smith, but it seems like the blackboard is malfunctioning. Look, there it is on the floor. Miss Smith studies this misfortune that's affecting the classroom. Well, I guess there's one upside. The board is made of chocolate. The teacher shares the chocolate blackboard with her student. Maybe that way she'll be able to absorb the material. The young chemist notices that she's missing a few flasks. This must be because of Miss Smith. Give them back for the good of science. Miss Smith doesn't want to let go of the sweet formula so easily. But Felicity wins in the end, and even makes the teacher's chair smaller. Cut a round cookie. Give it an oval shape. Add black food coloring to melted dark chocolate. Cover the cookie with chocolate. Refrigerate it. Break sweet pretzel sticks into small pieces and cover them with chocolate. Put a drop of chocolate onto parchment paper and attach the sticks like 5 rays. Put 1 more breadstick into the center. This'll be a chair leg. Attach the leg to the cookie using chocolate. Make a back for the chair out of a second cookie and more pretzel sticks. Attach it using melted chocolate. We have a surprise for Miss Smith. Her comfy chair turned into a sweet toy. I guess that's fine. Miss Smith will teach us while standing and crunching on her chair. Miss Smith is prettying herself up before a teacher conference. And the blue-eyed girl noticed her teacher's bright bag. She quietly sneaks it away while Miss Smith is busy with her makeup. This purse will be the subject of our next experiment. Pour in more formula, Felicity. Let's make it mini. Add pink food coloring to Chewy Candies and microwave for 30 seconds. Mix it. Before the mass cools, make a rectangular shape. Make a lid and a strap. Attach the pieces together. Put on sprinkles as a clasp. worked! The purse turned totally tiny. Miss Smith's not too upset, since she loves candy so much. This sweet purse is more than enough. It's time for Miss Bubble to go back to chemistry class. She collects all her flasks and test tubes. But the blue-eyed girl managed to hide one last spray. What else should I minify? How about my desk? One spray and you're done. Cut 4 thin strips out of fondant. Let it chill. Mix melted white and milk chocolate. Cover a long wafer cookie with the mix. Use a brush to make it look like wood. Once the chocolate cools, poke 4 grooves along the sides. Pour melted chocolate inside and stick in the fondant legs. Now she'll have to take notes on her knees. But at least this chocolate-covered wafer on legs is really tasty. Class sure was sweet today. Did you like our school experiments? Then write in the comments and let us know about what object you'd like to make mini, then eat. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click on the bell so you don't miss new mini transformations from Troom.